pretty crazy to think about. Room 1003. We be on YouTube. You can find me out in the streets, looking for new talent all over Atlanta. I'm really grateful for y'all's support, man. Y'all just don't know.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Songbird, and I want to welcome y'all to the very first exclusive of Season 3 of Room 1002. If you are here joining me for the very first time, welcome to my channel, okay? This platform is all about showcasing Atlanta's hottest up-and-coming artists, creatives, innovators, and business owners. Before I introduce today's special guest, I want to remind you guys that this channel is all about community. So make sure that you like and share the video, subscribe to stay up to date with everything that's going on. But we really want to encourage engagement this season, you guys. So if you think that we look extra cute, if you think I'm giving wee with my hat, if you hate it and you're like, girl, take this YouTube channel down, you can probably keep your comment to yourself, but everyone else, feel free to engage with us in the comments. Show us some love. We are not just here to talk to a camera and talk to each other. We really want to talk with you guys. So today I want y'all to help me welcome CEO K to the room. You guys, this girl is a boss, all things entrepreneur. If I had to sum it up, I'd call her a serial entrepreneur, okay? She's a musician, she's a curator, she's a boss lady, and I'm super excited for her to share about what she's got going on and why you really need to tap in with CEO K. So I want y'all to clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up for CEO K.
Thank you for having me, Bria. I'm so happy to be here. Really excited.
Girl, listen, and you came with the flavor. Somebody must have told her that orange was my color. You know what I'm saying?
Do a little something.
A little something. And y'all see, like I said, I'm gonna say it one more time because just in case y'all didn't catch it, your girl went a little wee on y'all. My mama told me to wear this hat. Shout out to you, Toy. And I'm feeling it. I want to bring y'all some new flavor this season. So make sure y'all be commenting and let me know where I can find me some good plus size girl gear, okay? Because your girl is tired of not giving the looks.
All right.
I want to give the looks.
Oh my God, a
stylist. You got a stylist. Miss Mama's. Okay. Sure. No, seriously. I am so excited that you're here. You know, in this short period of time that I've gotten to know you, I mean, I have seen you working and you work hard. You put your everything into what you're doing. So I think that they're going to appreciate what you have to offer them today. So I'm going to start you off with a question that I ask all of my artists. You can keep it brief if you want, or you can go as in detail as you want to, but I kind of want you to tell them, who is CEO K?
So, outside of the music and, you know, actually being an entrepreneur, I am really a fun person. I am super silly, goofy, whatever you want to call it. I'm that friend that's just walking in the club doing something super ugly, making everybody laugh, or, you know, singing extra loud and off key. I'm definitely that type of person. So I like, outside of the music, I like just hanging out with people. I'm very much of a people person. I like having people around me. I have a bunch of friends, you know, sisters, family, you know, everybody like that. So I just like being around people, and I just like to have a good time. Yeah,
and you seem like an extrovert. Like other people's energy brings you more of that great energy that you already have. I've seen her command a room, y'all. And let me tell you, I used to go to her events. I don't want to get too into it because I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but I went to one of her events. This was my first time meeting this girl. She's walking around the room, hug,
That's so
hug, hey, hi, are you comfortable? Are you good? Do you need something? Very caring, very outgoing, very interested and engaged. So, like I said, I'm just super excited.
That definitely sounds like me. And I don't really realize that I'm doing things like that until people bring it up. And that walking around talking to everybody, that's definitely.
But it's a wonderful characteristic to have. I feel like, you know, growing up, I'm sure you can probably relate to me here. People always tell me you talk too much. You know, you got too many friends. Or things like that. But I'm like, really, I've just never met a stranger. I just enjoy making sure that people are comfortable, that they're having a good time around me. You know, whatever I can do to ease the energy, I'm gonna do it. So, you know, if you ever got a stank attitude, just stay away from us because you won't be able to stay stank long, okay? Now listen, okay, I kind of want you to walk us a little bit through your story. So kind of start in the beginning, you know, where are you from, if you're not from Atlanta, and just tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, so I am originally from Atlanta.
Okay.
My dad's side is from Atlanta. My mom's side is from Jamaica. So
nice.
They came over here probably in like the 70s and started their life in Atlanta. So I've always kind of grew up in a Jamaican household. Okay. So super, super cultured in the Jamaican world. It's like almost sometimes it's as if I was just born there. Like some things, like, some things they'll be like, oh, I'm about to take your black card. Like, it's a lot of things that I don't know about just because I was kind of separated with being in a Jamaican household. And they were super, super Christian. So, yeah, if you know what I mean by that.
I do.
That's kind of how I grew up. And I kind of, because my parents were so strict, or my grandparents, I kind of used music as I always had a passion for it, but then once I started doing like marching band and stuff like that, that was kind of like my way out the house, start making my friends, getting my personality together and stuff like that. So I was kind of in my music world, finished school here, and then I went to Savannah State, obviously. Yep.
Yeah, she came to rep for school today. Now see, I should have put my stuff on. AAMU.
Yeah, so I went to Savannah State. I was there for about 5 years, and then I moved back here. I was chilling for like a year trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and then I started music.
Yeah.
My music business in 2018.
Listen, you just said so many things that sound like me, okay? I was in the marching band.
Okay.
I played tenor sax.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. The more you know. This is why we have to have these sit downs. Because you learn about people that you've been knowing. So I actually did the same thing. Music was like my way out of the house. I grew up, I was the oldest, and it was so tiring being the oldest. It weighs heavy on you, man. And I hope my mom's not watching this and feeling like, girl, have you lost your mind? I am not disrespecting you. I'm so sorry. But it's such a heavy load to be the oldest. A lot of the things that you want, the desires that you have, you don't really get to go after them solely because that means that you could potentially inconvenience your parents and your siblings. Yeah. And so band was the one thing that I was like die hard, like I'm going to be in the band. I might not be able to do anything else, but I'm going to be in the band. Yeah. And I loved it. I loved everything about music, learning, growing in that atmosphere. And it was the one place where I felt like I could be myself. Yeah. Like I was like the Oreo in my family, like black on the outside, white on the inside. Like I love all the things that my family members would look at me like, you so wide. Yeah. Like where you get all this stuff from? So music really allowed me to do that. And, even hearing you say that it was like an escape for you, I can totally relate to that because I don't know where I would be if I did not join the band. Yeah. I don't know who I would be if I did not join the band. Yeah. So while you were at Savannah State, did you major in music or anything like that? Like, how did you know that you wanted to go from college to pursuing like a music business?
So it's kind of crazy because I knew I wanted to, music has been my thing, right? So like growing up, it was just, I knew music was like an escape of mine or a passion because it would change my emotions. So if something happened and I like was super upset, I put on some music and it's like, okay, I feel better. Or, if I'm sad about something, I put on music and it just lightens my mood. So I always knew music was my thing for that reason. And then my granddad kind of made me take piano lessons, but I naturally liked drums. Like I was always drumming on stuff. Okay. So I picked up drums and one just bought me a drum set. She's like, I'm tired.
The pitter and the patter.
I'm tired. So she bought me a drum set when I was in like 4th grade. And then from then I just kind of did it. But once I started getting in middle school, I was like, oh, they got a band class. Like, oh, I'm lit. So I was in band class all through middle school, and then high school was when I started doing marching band. Yeah. So then when I went to college, I wanted to be a producer. Okay. I feel like everybody has went through that phase where like, I'm gonna make the hottest beats in Atlanta. Girl, like, so I wanted to be a producer, and my dad was just like, you're from Atlanta. Not that he, was discouraging me or anything, but he really kind of brought light to the situation. He was basically saying, I'm from Atlanta. We are like the biggest or one of the biggest, music hubs. So he's like, not to discourage you from doing that, but do you have to go to school for that? Can you just go to school for something else and still do music or whatever? So I'm like, okay. That's good perspective though. Yeah, he's like, what else could you go to school for and still do music? So I was like, okay, I can do business. That's pretty much the only other thing. Or I probably could have did mass comm. Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did, girl. I like mass comm because it's kind of like, it's in entertainment and stuff like that. Absolutely. Too. So I could have did mass comm, I'm not gonna lie. But I did business management, and then, once I graduated, I was just like, I still want to do music.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to get in the office and, you know, do like some admin work or, you know, like training. They have like training programs, marketing training programs for like managerial positions, long term or whatever. I was trying to do that, but I was just like, I still want to do music. So it kind of worked out that I listened to my dad because I could still use what I did in college and apply it to the music world. And I feel like it did kind of put me up there a little bit when I started, but it was still a bunch of stuff that I learned. I'm still learning every single day.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like it's very important to never feel like you know everything. And to never feel like you don't have room to grow or learn. Yeah. One of the things that I was just talking to someone else about actually is how, you know, I've been doing Room 1002. This is my 3rd season. So even though I have a 2-year anniversary, this is technically my 3rd year in the game doing this. This is the first year I've ever had a content gallery. This is the first year I've ever like not just been winging it or on the fly, like, okay, maybe I'll do this. Or, you know, this is the first year that I'm actually even caring about like, what am I wearing? Yeah. Like, so you can never get to a place where you think that you know everything. You think that you're smarter than the next. You think that, you know, you've reached your peak, because the thing about reaching peaks is that the only other direction is to go down. So you want to make sure that you're always going up. Absolutely. So, and what I wanted to say is, you know, something that you mentioned was you were able to take that business information, that business knowledge, and apply it to what you're doing now. I mean, you're a CEO. So can you kind of walk us through how Melodic Touch became what it is? You know, like when did you actually even just think of the name? Like Melodic Touch, that's it right there. Yeah. Like, yeah.
So it was kind of...
Okay, look. Let me sit up too. She said, let me sit up.
It was because it's just been such, like I said, I'm learning every day. So I didn't even start it as an entertainment company. I knew I wanted to do, actually, I have a friend in Savannah. Shout out to Denzel.
Okay, Denzel, shout out to you.
Denzel started a company. It was a marketing company, and he basically went around to like his different friends and took their businesses, and he started marketing it.
I love that.
But he will also like make people realize what they're good at, kind of talk, you know, bring that out of them or whatever. So I was still living in Savannah. We were having a conversation, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, I want to do music. I got the degree in business. I'm just trying to figure out how to put it all together. And I was telling him different options, and he was just like, do a marketing. He was like, just do a marketing company. So I was like, bet. So I just started Instagram.
Yeah.
I started posting on Instagram, just like, I would try to post local people, like my friends, but I would also post like J. Cole, like my favorite artists, you know, Ari Lennox and people like that. So I was posting. That's how Melodic Touch technically started in 2018. I was posting for like 2 years. Like you were saying, like you had a year where you was just
doing stuff.
2 years, I was just posting. Then the pandemic hit, and I was just like, you know, I got to figure something out. And then I was just like, you know, all right, cool. I want to kind of change this from being a marketing company, and I want to make it something else. So I was like, how do I make it something else? I can start a band. Started the band, and it's just been growing since then. Like I kind of started it as like just a group of people, but then it expanded to like a collective, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
So instead of having like, oh, this band is these 3 people, we're now a whole collective.
Yeah. So
I have like a plethora of people. We are like producers, songwriters, engineers, musicians, obviously. We have people like in media. We have DJs. We have just a whole bunch of people. So after I started the band and did that for a while, and I started to realize how many services I can offer people, I was like, okay, this is an entertainment company. Like, I'm not going to limit myself to it just being a band. Because sometimes people don't even call me for musicians. They may just call me for equipment, or they may just call me for a host or a DJ, or whatever the case is. So during that time where I was like, okay, cool, I'm about to start the band, that was in 2020, right when the pandemic started. And that's when I had my first event.
Okay. Yeah.
So I called my friends. I'm like, hey, I want to start a band. You play drums, you play keys, you play this, you play that. I need y'all to come together. We're going to try to have a rehearsal. So we did it in my mom's basement, and it was fire.
Yeah.
I was like...
Oh, I believe it, because I see what y'all doing now, so I believe it.
Fire. I was like, damn, I gotta have it. So that was January 30th, 2020. That's technically the start of, like, that's when I celebrated.
Yes.
So that was January. We did that. After I rehearsed for like a couple months, that June, I was like, all right, we're going to have our first event. So we did a Taco Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I got an Airbnb, completely violated. Like,
all the rules.
No rules. I was like, and it was during
Airbnb.
I'm sorry. It was during the pandemic too. So I was just like, you know.
You weren't supposed to have more than one person there.
You couldn't have anything. Mm-hmm. So, it just turned out super well. And then, like, right after that, I got my LLC. And I was like, at that point, I was like, okay, cool. I did my first event. We've been rehearsing for some time. I see all the services that I can provide. Mm-hmm. We're an entertainment company now.
Let me tell you something. That's really motivational to know that, you know, you were able to take something. Like, you started it off as one thing. And you were able to take it and transform it into what you really wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. Because like you said, in the beginning, you weren't even sure how to start because you weren't sure how to get it there. Yeah. But you had to go through that process first. And, you know, I don't know why, but a part of me, when I do these interviews and I think about the people who could be potentially watching, I think about, like, those are the things that people need to hear. Yeah. Like, that it might not start off the way you truly want it to, you know, like, it's not going to be the best thing. It's not going to be the most glamorous, you know. It might not even actually be what you had in mind, but you can still take those steps and truly get to where you're trying to go. Like, if you have the heart and the desire for it, your business will become exactly what you want it to. Mm-hmm. And the thing that I love about you,
you're right,
and the thing that I love about what I see you do is that you are not just a woman of many talents, mm-hmm. but you are a woman of community. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people in Atlanta, I'm sure a lot of people watching right now here to support you mm-hmm. on the channel, I'm sure that they're agreeing with me, like, she's all things community. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I kind of want you to just share a little bit about how you know who to have in your space. Like, mm-hmm. how are you actually filtering out, like, okay, yeah, you about it, okay, yeah, you're full of crap, like, I don't want or need you around me. Or if you're the kind of person who, like me, unfortunately, be still trying to keep people around even when it's very clear they don't really even want to be in my space.
So my Jamaican side, we've always had like this. We had a huge house, and it was just we're always taking in families and people like that. Like, we had special needs kids living with us. We had, like, my mom's friend who just got, you know, they car repoed and whatever, they family over here. Like, it was just always people over, and we've always just had that everybody is welcome kind of atmosphere growing up.
Absolutely.
So I naturally have that in me, and I think that's also, like, why I'm so much of a people's person. Mm-hmm. I like people around me. Like, I have the hangout house.
Yeah.
Even if it's not, we're not having an event, the whole band's at my house almost every single day, just because it's just a kicking spot.
Yeah.
So I have that in me, and like I said, because I'm learning every day, and I'm also praying that God gives me more discernment when it comes to things like that, because I do struggle with it. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah. Okay.
I struggle with it. I don't really know. I struggle with it. I mean, I can't say it's just easy to look at somebody and be like, all right, you some BS. All right, you gonna tell me this, or you gonna do this. It's just hard, because you have, like, your friends and family that's been with you for the longest who may snake you out, and then you got your new supporters or followers who will be more loyal to you than they have.
People you've known your whole life.
Exactly. So I don't know. It's just kind of hard. Like, it really is hard for me. I'm not gonna lie, because with the position that I have to continuously make sure that the people that I have around me aren't, like, sowing seeds of discord, or, you know, just changing people's attitude, or, you know, like, I don't even know how to explain it. What they say, one bad
apple spoils the bunch. Yeah.
I have to make sure I don't have those people around me, but it's just hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. I can say, I mean, I've gotten better with it, not to be that negative. Like, I've gotten better with it, but I'm just a people's person. I don't like telling people no, like, you can't come around me.
Me too. Like,
I don't like being like, y'all can't come around me, or y'all can't do this, or y'all can't do that. But if somebody's showing me blatantly that they're not good for business, or you're making me lose clients, or you're making my clients unsatisfied, or whatever the case is, then you got to go. You get what I'm saying? It's not like it's not anything personal, but like I'll tell somebody you gotta go, and then I'll be in my head all night like, bro, I wish I didn't have to do that. But you know, when it comes to my business, I'm so serious about melodic touch, so that has to come first. Yeah, and then everything else out of that, you know, we can deal with that on a personal side. Absolutely, but my business comes first.
And you know what? Something that you said that really touched me was praying for more discernment. Yeah, because the big part about it is knowing that, especially if you truly believe in God and believe that what you're doing is what He told you to do, you're never losing. Like, we're not losing out on anything. So having to give people the boot, having to close doors that may have been open for long periods of time, like, you know, even taking a chance and opening the door on people that you're not really even too sure about, like, God is going to work that out for us. And I love that you said that, because it's something that I've been struggling with, like, and it's more so in my personal life. I know when it comes to my business, like, I can tell off of 2-3 conversations, like, that ain't gonna work for me. That's not gonna work for me. But when it comes to my personal life, I am a people pleaser. I love people. I love interaction. I've always been that girl, like, everybody know me. But, and I'm not saying that, like, in a negative way, but everybody does know me. But no, go ahead.
Business is different, though.
Exactly.
And that's what I had to learn. Because, all right, for an example, you're starting a car wash. You're gonna hire your cousin, and you're gonna hire somebody like off the street. Your cousin they gotta be there at 9 o'clock. Your cousin may pull up about 9:45 with the Chick-fil-A bag, and, you know, just chilling, like. And then you may have the other person there early. They don't know you, you know? So it's like when people know you and they have relationships with you, they tend to be more relaxed. But it's like, I actually need you to tighten up a little bit more. You know?
Out of respect, too. Exactly. Like, it's really a respect thing, because for me, I think it's like, and I'm actually going through this right now, right? I believe that you and I were briefly talking about support and getting people to show love and support what we're doing, share it with other people, get the views, whatever that looks like. I've, like, struggled so much. I have more followers on my personal page than on my business page, and that's fine. My business may not be for you. But if you can support me going to a concert or me doing this and that, it wouldn't hurt you just to share my link or like my story or respond or whatever that looks like. And I'm kind of like, now all of y'all claim to be my friend. You say we tight like that, or we cool like that, or, you know, if you ever had a business or something, I'm there to follow, like, subscribe. So what is it that is not triggering in your brain? Like, let me just show this girl some love. Like, I ain't asking you for no money. Really not even asking for too much of your time. Let me just show her some love. And I totally feel that. Like, it's like the people who know you tend to let you down more often than not.
They do. Yeah. And it may be because we expect more out of those people. For sure. Or you could have the same expectations for both, but you're not meeting the expectations like a stranger would or somebody else would be. And I expect more out of you because we're closer or whatever. Absolutely. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a little difficult. I struggle with it, you know, still to this day. But that's not to say that I don't have good people around me.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So just as often as somebody goes away, somebody else comes right along. Yeah. So I'm happy about it. I mean, you have to go through hiring people and firing people and and stuff like that. You have to go through that for you to even really be like, okay, these are the things that I have to go ahead and make sure I don't have in my next situation with somebody, relationship, business relationship, whatever the case is.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
You know, that just actually made me think of a really good question, because I know that you're someone who's constantly curating things for other people. Like, you're always putting someone else onto an opportunity or whatever the case may be. And I know as a woman in business in particular, I've seen you around a lot of men. And I'm sure that's been tough, because I know it's been tough for me working with men. And I just want to know, you know, no, we love y'all. We love y'all because y'all get stuff done. But it also be like, why are you giving me all of that and the all that? So y'all know what I'm trying to say. But I just want to know, like, you know, if you've run into any challenges with that, you know, being especially in a predominantly male, like, industry. You know, there are women in the industry. I'm not saying it like there aren't, but let's be real. Like, I just feel like there's more men out here working, doing entertainment.
So, trying to say it in a
nice way. Yeah. If you know she talking about you, just take it for what it is. Like,
so yeah, I will say, I am a entrepreneur in all like aspects. So I've done the music, I've done Airbnb, I've done Turo, I've done travel agent, I've done real estate. Like I've done.
Okay, you need to teach me some things.
I've just done a bunch of stuff. I've just tried a bunch of stuff, and so this isn't just speaking on my music business. It could be any other encounters or anything like that.
For sure.
But I think a lot from experience. I feel like maybe some. Let me not say a lot. I feel like some men really aren't able to take. I'm sorry. I feel like some men aren't able to take authority from women.
From women. I agree.
You know, so I guess it goes down to the like men rule the world kind of thing. So it's like I've seen men like give me all this, and then when it comes to the next man,
not chew him out. Don't got nothing to say. Yeah,
you can't stand on your own 2 feet. But then when it come to me, it's like rah, 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 rah. So I'll kind of watch those things, and like those are characteristics and stuff like that I'd be like, all right, I can't. We probably not gonna be able to work together because you don't take authority from women. So the whole time you're working for me, you really like
this girl.
Yeah,
like,
you know, because it's like that's not. I really barely ask people for anything. You know, just be on time, know your music, stuff like that. So it's like, if you can't really give me what I'm asking for, then it's just like, or if you gonna come around me and treat me like she's just a female, she just this.
Yeah, like you gotta bounce.
I'm gonna need you to treat me like I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like I need the respect to be the same. So I deal with a lot of like kind of like respect issues, and I think that does have something to do with the fact that I'm a woman. But that was definitely the most accurate way that I could put it.
Yeah. Just constant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, the reason why I asked you that is because, again, I've experienced that.
I will say, too, I work in a predominantly, like, male kind of environment.
Absolutely.
And also, I work with a lot of younger males. Like, a lot of these musicians out here, 5.
Yeah.
I'm
18, 19,
20, 21, 22, 23, even just, I'm about to be 29 on Friday. So, even like 28, 27, like 26, 25, like going all the way down, they're just young. So, I mean, just think about having young characteristics as a person, and then on top of that, you have like issues with authority and stuff. It's just like, okay.
Absolutely.
You know, so those are just a couple things that I have to, you know, watch out for and just be like, all right.
Listen, girl, you said a mouthful there, because I'm like, yeah, that's really what it is. And sometimes, you know, age does have a lot to do with it as well. And that's where I feel like grace comes in. Like at least on my end, like I always think like, just give grace. Like think about how you acted and how you thought and how you swore you knew everything when you were 19 years old, when you were 20 years old. So, you know, I am understanding, but I will not be disrespected.
Exactly. That's the thing. I'm very understanding too. And also if somebody disrespects me or something, and they feel like, come back and be like, hey, I'm sorry, da 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 da, and I'll let them know like, hey, this is what you did, like, come on now. You know, if they take accountability, apologize, we're more than likely going to be able to move forward.
Same. Yeah.
But you have to, you know what I'm saying, do those things. But I can't really say working with women would be any different.
Correct.
I don't work with a lot of women, but I've also met some really, really good males along the way. But that's not to say that I haven't encountered BS, you know, so it's just what's coming.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I've really enjoyed talking with you, you know, definitely about the highs and how you got here. But I know that sometimes it can also be really challenging when your whole existence, or not your whole existence, let me not say it like that, but the core of what you do is about other people. Have you ever thought about like putting that down and solely focusing on Caitlin?
That's a good question. In my discouraged moments, you know, I've dealt with like people that may say things to like put me down and stuff like that, to the point where I really have to think like, dang, do I want to be doing this for real? But I've never been the like, I gotta be seen type of person.
Yeah.
Like I am completely behind the scenes. So I'm happy providing the platform for people to come and shine.
Yeah.
You know, as long as, you know, I'm good, I'm respected, you know, and we're cool. Y'all take me where y'all going, I'm gonna take y'all where I'm going. You know, I really don't have a problem doing that. There has been certain times where I was like, okay, I think everybody goes through stages where they don't really feel comfortable depending on people.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So somebody could call me for a service and I have to depend on 6 different people to come, know the music, be on time. You know, all of these other, come dressed, smell good. You know, all
smell good.
All these other things when it's like, okay, if I was selling myself,
I already know to do all that.
Like, I don't have to worry about the stress. So it's like, it's certain times where I'm like, dang, I wish that I could be doing the only service that I'm providing. But with what I'm doing, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So I
need extra hands.
Yeah, like I can't give you all a band. Like I can't be a 1-person band. Mm-hmm. You know, unless I just want to be a
tambourine playing,
like
tuba playing,
everything at one time or something. So I also believe that like with the team, you're stronger. So
yeah.
Sometimes like in my discouraged moments, I say discouraged meaning like
back in the day.
Back in the day, you know. When I'm still trying to figure everything out, I got like people in my ear discouraging me and stuff like that. Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, all right, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, sometimes it does feel like, okay, I am doing this for everybody else. Because it's like, okay, at the end of the day, you can make it and be this pop star and then not call me at all.
Ever again. Exactly. But I think
that's why it's important to make sure you have the right people that's going to...
Literally what I was about to say.
Not
goes back to the community.
That's another thing. Mm-hmm. The opportunist... a lot of people are opportunists too. They just come around for the things that you can bring to them, the opportunities you can bring to them, and not really care about you or your business at all. So that's another thing with the discernment too. You know, you just gotta watch a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're growing and you're starting.
And you're still like not really even sure, like, you know, and when you wear all the hats, wearing all the hats can be a lot too. So I'm right there with you. Listen, but so you went from house jams to now you guys are taking over lounges and all kinds of stuff. You know, where can, you know, these viewers, let's say they don't know anything about melodic touch.
Okay.
Where can they become a part of this music family?
So the best thing to do is, and I like how you say it's a music family because that's literally what it is. If anybody has been around us, that's exactly, I'm sure everybody feels like family. So I think the best thing to do is to, first of all, if you know anybody from Melodic Touch, or you can contact us on like Instagram, phone number, anything like that, and just tap in and see when our shows are. I think it's best to see us and meet us in person. Yeah. That way you can feel the love and meet everybody and stuff like that. So yeah, I would just tap in and come to a show. I promise you will not be disappointed.
You won't.
We have a really, really good time. You will love the band and everybody I have around me. It's just a good time. It's like very family oriented. Yeah. So yeah, I would just say tap into a show. Just pull up one day and then you just gotta see for yourself. You just gotta see for yourself.
And so right now, I know you guys are doing the Thursday events at Rewind, right? But are there any other like weekly events that we can be coming to, or like let's say somebody's watching this right now and they're like, man, I've been looking for a jam. Like, do you have any other events that you are doing on a consistent basis? I guess.
So we have like random gigs. Okay. Like it's just random. So we're there on Thursday. Okay. And then we have the bi-weekly jam session. I just brought the shed back. So we're doing that.
Oh yeah, the shed.
Yeah, I just brought that back every other Tuesday. That's at Jamaican Lounge. And then other than that, we just have like random shows. Okay. So that's why I was saying tap in, because I try to make sure that I post our calendar at the beginning of the month so everybody can see where we're going to be. It's really not that it's not consistent. It's just more like an inconsistency in the places. Yeah. So I can't say like, I can say you can come see us every week, but we may be over here, maybe over there. Like,
gotcha. Yeah.
It's no telling. Yeah.
Well, listen, girl, I have done many interviews with many people who claim to be shy.
Girl.
Because she claimed to be shy before she came on the show. Yeah, this girl gave us so much love.
What you laughing at?
She gave us so much love. I mean, like, this was great. Honestly, and I feel like I learned so much about you. I feel like they learned so much about you, and I really do think that there's someone watching who is looking for what you're offering. And so I'm so glad that you came on. You're the very first exclusive of the season. Yes. So get ready to see yourself and do that little dance like that girl in the Apple store. Yeah.
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about.
Listen, y'all already know.
With it.
what I'm gonna say next. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. Listen, if you enjoyed what you saw here today and you want more, make sure you subscribe to this channel, y'all. Like and share this video. Go show Melodic Touch and CEOK some love on Instagram. Share it with your friends. If you've got a friend who you know is trying to up and come with this music, you know, they're trying to really find a community, they're looking for good places to go where the people are actually gonna be good, not just trash, just playing any old thing or saying any old thing. This is an awesome person to tap in with. So make sure you guys check the description below, because I'm gonna have her IG in there, her website, email, anything that is gonna help you follow up with her. Listen, you got anything for the people before we close out?
No, I just want to say thank you for having me. I really had a good time. I feel like I learned a lot about you as well. So I'm really excited to see your business and where you're going to take it within this next year, because we both have anniversaries around the same time.
Yep.
So we will be reconnecting, talk about these goals.
Honey, I love it.
What's going on. But yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the cameraman back there, man.
Shout out to JC.
I see you, my boy.